Hi, and thank you for joining me today. Did you know over 75% of regular meditators report a deeper connection to their inner self and a very much heightened sense of spiritual awareness within just 8 weeks? You know, hundreds of millions of people meditate, which is amazing. But did you realize many might only be getting a tiny glimpse of what it can truly do? Sure, lots of us feel less stressed, and that's fantastic. But what if meditation holds the key to something much deeper? Something that could transform who you are at your core. Are you using meditation just to unwind? Or are you ready to see how it can spark some serious spiritual growth? For centuries, meditation has been a cornerstone of spiritual paths all around the globe. Praised for its power to quiet the mind and soothe the soul. In our hectic modern world, many of us grab onto it hoping for a little escape, a moment of peace, and it definitely delivers. The perks of meditation for cutting stress and boosting emotional well-being. They're well known and widely felt. But does its power stop there? Is it just a really good way to relax? We believe there's a whole universe more to uncover. In this video, we're going to explore the core ideas and amazing benefits that show how this ancient practice isn't just about relaxing. It's about truly awakening your spiritual growth. We'll talk about how meditation can shift your awareness, help you connect to something bigger than yourself, and unlock a kind of understanding and peace you might not have thought was possible. This isn't just about a temporary feel-good fix. It's about becoming more. First off, it's really important to appreciate those immediate benefits that draw so many to meditation. Yes, it's an incredibly effective way to handle stress, ease anxiety, and get a better grip on your emotions. Science has even shown that regular meditation can lead to a more balanced nervous system and can actually change parts of the brain linked to how we process emotions. And these are huge life-improving benefits. And for a lot of people, this is plenty. But if we only see meditation as that, it's like having a master key but only using it for one door. The relaxation part is often just the starting point. The doorway to a much bigger, more profound inner space. Spiritual meditation, which is different from just using meditation to de-stress, is done with the clear aim of connecting to a higher power, the universe, or your deepest, truest self. It's about peeling back the layers of the everyday mind, the ego, and all that mental clutter to touch a core of your being that's naturally peaceful, wise, and connected to everything. This is where the journey into spiritual growth really kicks off. Moving past momentary calm to lasting transformation. It's about shifting from just coping with life to deeply understanding and engaging with its spiritual heart. The link between meditation and spiritual growth isn't some new age trend. It's rooted in thousands of years of wisdom from spiritual traditions. These ancient teachings give us amazing insights into why quieting the mind can lead to opening up the spirit. One key idea found in traditions like Buddhism and yoga is mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness really is just paying attention to right now, without judging it. And meditation is how you get good at this. By constantly bringing your focus back to something, like your breath or a mantra. You learn to watch your thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they come and go, but without getting carried away. This helps you develop a kind of witness consciousness, an ability to step back from the mind's constant chatter. Spiritually speaking, this stepping back is vital. Our endless stream of thoughts, often stuck in past regrets or future worries, can hide our true nature and our connection to what's real. The present moment, which is only place life actually happens. As the Buddha is often quoted, meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back, and choose the path that leads to wisdom. By practicing presence through meditation, we start to see reality more clearly, without the ego's filters. Another big idea is transcending the ego. Many spiritual paths suggest that our limited sense of self or ego, with all its desires, fears and attachments, is a major source of our unhappiness and a block to spiritual awakening. Meditation, especially practice that involves looking deeply within or watching the nature of thought, helps us see the ego not as your true self, but as something built up, a collection of conditioned habits. As we sit in silence, we start to notice the ego's stories, its demands, and its insecurities. By just observing these patterns without feeding into them, they can start to loosen their grip. This doesn't mean destroying the ego, but understanding its role and not letting it run your life. Spiritual growth is about waking up to much a bigger sense of self, one that isn't boxed in by the ego, but is connected to a larger consciousness or universal intelligence. Yoga philosophy, for instance, talks about samadhi, a state of blissful oneness where you experience unity and the divine or the true self. A state often reached through deep meditation. These ideas and others from traditions like Hinduism, Sufism, and Christian mysticism all point to a similar truth. The path to spiritual awakening usually involves going inward, quieting down the noise both outside and inside, to find the deeper, more authentic reality. Meditation gives us the practical tools for this profound journey. When you approach meditation with the intention of spiritual growth, the benefits go way beyond just relaxing. They touch the very core of who you are and change how you experience yourself and the world. One of the most basic spiritual benefits of meditation is a huge boost in self-awareness. As you consistently sit with yourself, you start to see your mind's usual patterns, your go-to thoughts, emotional triggers, and deep-seated beliefs. This isn't always comfy. Sometimes meditation brings up stuff we'd rather ignore. But this is a really important step. Spiritual growth needs an honest look at who we are, not just who we think we are, or the face we show the world. Meditation is like a mirror for your inner self. You learn to tell the difference between your intuition and your fear. your true desires versus what you've been conditioned to want. This sharper self-awareness is the bedrock for all other spiritual development, helping you make conscious choices that line up with your deepest values, instead of being run by unconscious programming. Many people find that a dedicated meditation practice builds a powerful sense of connection, not just to their own inner selves, but to others, to nature, and to the universe or a higher power. As the mental chatter quiets down, that feeling of being separate can start to fade. You might begin to feel the interconnectedness of everything, a sense that you're part of a much larger web of life. This isn't just a cool idea. It can be something you deeply feel. This connection can show up as more empathy and compassion for others, as you recognize our shared human experience. It can also be a profound spiritual connection, a feeling of being in touch with the divine, with source energy, or with what some call the higher self. This sense of belonging and unity can bring incredible peace and a feeling of being truly at home in the universe. While relaxation is about easing stress, the inner peace you cultivate through spiritual meditation is a deeper, more resilient state of being. It's a kind of even-keeledness that sticks around even when life throws curveballs. Through meditation, we learn to observe life's ups and downs, its pleasures and pains, without getting too attached or reactive. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless. Instead, it means developing an inner anchor, a place of stillness inside that isn't really shaken by what's happening outside. This deep stillness is a sign of spiritual maturity, allowing you to navigate life with more calm, stability, and wisdom. People often describe this as a moving from life of constant reaction to one of conscious response, finding a sense of contentment that doesn't depend on external things. The quiet mind that meditation cultivates is perfect ground for intuition and insight to flourish. When the constant noise of analytical thought lessens, we become more open to the subtle whispers of our inner wisdom. Many meditators find that solutions to problems, creative ideas, or profound spiritual insights just pop up during or after their practice. And that's because meditation helps to get past the limits of the logical mind and tap into deeper levels of consciousness. This inner knowing can offer guidance, clarity on your life path, and a deeper understanding of spiritual truths. Some describe this as being better able to read situations or understand people on a deeper level. A natural result of deepening spiritual awareness through meditation is the growth of compassion and empathy. Practices like loving, kindness meditation are specifically designed to grow these qualities. But even gentle mindfulness meditation can lead to a greater understanding of and connection with others. As we become aware of our own shared humanity, our common struggles and dreams, the heart naturally softens. This isn't a mushy feeling, but a genuine care for the well-being of others, coming from recognizing how connected we all are. This increased compassion extends not only to others but also to yourself, helping you accept and be kind to yourself. These transformative benefits all work together, each one supporting and deepening the others, leading to a full awakening of your spiritual potential. Understanding that meditation helps spiritual growth is one thing. Understanding how it does it and what practical steps you can take is key to starting this journey. At its heart, a lot of meditation's power to spark spiritual growth comes from its ability to help us shift our sense of identity away from the egoic mind. The ego, with its constant stream of thoughts, judgments and stories, creates us a filter through which we see reality. This filter is often based on past conditioning and future worries, keeping us from fully experiencing the present moment and connecting with our deeper nature. Meditation systematically trains us to watch these thoughts without judging them and without getting tangled up in them. Imagine your mind is like the sky and your thoughts are like clouds. Meditation teaches you to be the sky, vast, open and unchanging, rather than the fleeting clouds. As you practice watching your thoughts, you start to realize that you're not your thoughts. This disidentification is incredibly freeing. It creates a space between you, the observer, the awareness, and your mental stuff. In this space, spiritual insight can pop up. You start to see how much of your suffering is self-created by identifying with negative thought patterns or limiting beliefs. And by not feeding these patterns with your attention and belief, then their power fades. This allows for what some traditions call the quieting of the mind, a state where deeper truths and the sense of connection can emerge. It's not about forcibly stopping thoughts, that's a common myth, but it's about changing your relation to them. Intention. Going into meditation with a clear intention for spiritual growth is so important. While relaxation might happen anyway, and it surely will, setting the intent to connect with your higher self, understand deeper truths, or cultivate spiritual qualities like compassion, directs the energy of your practice. Your intention is like a compass, guiding your inner exploration. Consistency. Like any profound skill, the spiritual benefits of meditation are untold. Through constant and consistent practice, daily sessions, even if they're short for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, then gradually longer, they're generally more effective than long sessions every now and then. Consistency builds momentum and allows these subtle shifts in awareness to take root and grow. Dedication to daily practice is often highlighted as vital for real spiritual development. Suitable techniques. While many meditation techniques can help with spiritual growth, some are especially good for it. Mindful breathing. This basic practice of focusing on the breath anchors you in the present and calms mental chatter, creating space for deeper awareness to pop up. Mantra meditation. Repeating a sacred sound, word or phrase, like or a prayer, helps to focus the mind. Move beyond ordinary thought patterns and call in specific spiritual energies or states of being. Guided spiritual meditations. These can walk you through visualizations aimed at connecting with your higher self, spirit guides or universal energy, often including affirmations for spiritual opening and alignment. Some guided practice might focus on visualizing light to connect with a greater power. Vipassana, insight meditation. This practice involves observing reality just as it is, leading to insights into impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Key elements of spiritual understanding in Buddhist traditions. Loving kindness. This practice actively cultivates feelings of love, kindness and compassion towards yourself and everyone, directly nurturing spiritual qualities of the heart. Contemplative stillness, self-inquiry. Simply sitting in a quiet awareness, observing what comes up without judgment, or gently asking, "Who am I?" can lead to profound self-realization. Non-judgment and acceptance. A really key attitude in meditation for spiritual growth is non-judgment. Whatever thoughts, emotions or sensations come up, the practice is to observe them with acceptance. Spiritual growth often involves facing and integrating all parts of ourselves, including the stuff we don't like so much, the shadow. Judgment just gets in the way of that. Patience and trust. Spiritual awakening is a journey, not a race to a finish line, and it happens at its own pace. There will be times of amazing insight and connection, and times when your mind feels restless or just blah. Patience with the process and trust in your inner wisdom are essential. The benefits come from dedication and being willing to grow. By engaging with these practices and principles, meditation becomes a powerful engine for spiritual transformation, gradually revealing the boundless potential that lies within you. It moves from being a simple technique to a profound path of self-discovery and connection to the very essence of life. We've touched on some pretty deep stuff here. I'm curious what's been your biggest aha moment or burning question about meditation and its role in spiritual growth so far. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's learn from each other's journeys. Before we wrap up, let's clear up a few common myths that can get in the way of exploring meditation for spiritual growth. Meditation is a religious practice. While meditation is a big part of many religions like Buddhism, Hinduism, and contemplative Christianity, it doesn't belong to any single faith. The techniques themselves, like mindfulness or focusing on the breath, can be practiced by anyone, no matter their spiritual or religious beliefs, or lack of thereof. The spiritual part comes from the intention that you bring to it, the desire to connect with something deeper or a higher truth. You need to stop thinking or empty your mind. This is probably the most common and frustrating myth out there. The goal isn't to force your thoughts to stop. The mind naturally thinks. Instead, meditation teaches us to become aware of our thoughts without getting swept away by them, to watch them non-judgmentally as they float by. The emptiness people sometimes talk about is more like a spatial awareness, free from being attached to thoughts. Meditation isn't an escape from reality. Actually, it's quite the opposite. True meditation, especially for spiritual growth, helps us engage with reality more fully and consciously. It's about understanding our inner world so we can navigate the outward with more clarity, wisdom and compassion, rather than trying to dodge life's challenges. It takes hours every day to see spiritual benefits. While longer, dedicated retreats can be super powerful, consistent short daily meditation, even 10 to 20 minutes, can create big shifts in awareness and spiritual connection over time. Consistency is more important than how long you go for, especially when you're starting out. Spiritual awakening is a dramatic one-time event. For some, spiritual awakenings can be sudden and intense, but for many, it's more like a gradual unfolding, a progressive deepening of awareness, peace and connection through dedicated practice. It's a journey with many small aha moments along the way. By understanding these points, the path to using meditation for spiritual growth becomes a lot more accessible and less intimidating, don't you think? So, is meditation just a relaxation tool? As we've seen and understood, its ability to reduce stress is undeniable and incredibly valuable. But to stop there is to miss out on its most profound gift. Meditation, when you approach it with intention and understanding, truly is a powerful key that can unlock deep spiritual development. It's a practice that takes us beyond the surface level noise of the mind, guiding us inward to connect with the core of peace, wisdom, and expansive awareness. By cultivating mindfulness, presence, and a bit of distance from the ego stories, meditation opens doors to greater self-awareness, a deeper sense of connection to all life, profound inner peace, and the unlocking of our natural intuition and compassion. The ancient wisdom that these practices are built on has stood the test of time, offering us a kind of roadmap to navigate our inner worlds and awaken to our true spiritual self. This journey of awakening is deeply personal and looks different for everyone. It asks for patience, consistency, and a willingness to meet whatever comes up in your own mind. But the invitation is always there, to sit, to breathe, to observe, and to discover the incredible potential for growth that's waiting inside you. Meditation isn't just about finding a quiet moment in a noisy world. It's about discovering the quiet, eternal essence of who you truly are, and letting that light up every part of your life. Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration of meditation and spiritual growth. If this resonated with you at all, or if you have experiences or questions you'd like to share, please drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it insightful, and subscribe to the channel for more content, spiritual development, mindful living, hypnosis,